This is the BBC Light programme. We hope you enjoyed our selection of popular music performed by Geraldo and his orchestra. It's now 7:30, so it's time to hand over to our outside broadcast unit all the way oop north in Newcastle upon Tyne for the latest in our series of plays from the provinces, hosted, as always, by our old friend, Mr. Wilberforce Chambers.
Thank you, London. You join us this evening for a live performance of the popular light opera Wicked Waxworks by Mr. Fraser Charlton, featuring favourite songs from the ever-popular Gilbert and Sullivan. I'm speaking to you now from the Gosforth Civic Theatre, and I'm assured we'll have a canny show. Seated on the stage are the talented amateurs of Gosforth Musical Society, and as the audience breaks into spontaneous applause, Mr. Jonathan Wood takes his place at the podium to conduct tonight's performance. At the keyboard, we have Mr. Music himself, Mr. Julian Dawson. So let me hand over to a familiar face to introduce this evening's show, Wicked Waxworks, or the mischievous magic of Mr. Wells.
A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to present myself. My name is John Wellington Wells of J.W. Wells & Co., the old established family sorcerers of St. Mary's Axe. Doubtless you'll have seen our advertisement in the popular press. For blessings and curses, for witches and spells, come to the shop of J.W. Wells. I knew it, Guardian readers. I've invited you here this evening to tell you of my very first engagement as a qualified sorcerer. I like to call it the case of the Wicked Waxworks, although I'm sure you'll have more graphic descriptions of your own for it by the end of the evening. Permit me then to introduce the leading characters in my tale. Now, these two twisted creatures are Grimsby and Gertrude Grice, the evil-hearted brother and sister who had the good fortune to inherit this here exquisite waxworks. They are well-known numismatists, that is to say, collectors of coins from the Royal Mint. The person engaged in the picturesque task of sweeping the floor is Edwin Bigglesworth, a fine young gentleman of highly respectable lineage, fallen on hard times after a stock market crash. His, I have been told, exceptional features ensure that he is much admired by the lady folk of the locality, a fact that he's not slow to take advantage of. Now let me present Miss Angelina Angelheart, of all the Waxworks regular visitors, the most beautiful and the most unapproachable. She is the daughter of a rich baronet and consequently has the most extraordinarily large dowry. God, the riff-raff we're getting here. But what of everybody else? Well, as you can no doubt see, the Grice's premises is blessed with the most singularly handsome collection of waxworks in the empire. And aren't I glad we're on the wireless? The fairest maidens from miles around flock here to gaze upon their beauty and shower them with praise filled with hopeless love. Oh, it's really a most affecting scene. But enough of my talk. On with the story. Let me take you back to 5 o'clock on March the 22nd, 1875.
With flattery sated, high flown and inflated, although we must say we agree. agree. These charges are mural and compliments plural, and factories final must simply delightful. Come, Angelina, Matilda, Rowena, you'll say the way more on me. You'll say so in woman, you'll say so we.
The men of the city are merely so pretty, they're even so easy to see. Though honest and acting and most unattractive and awkward as awkward can be. The blue-collar worker and stupid stockbroker and butcher and baker and administrator, printer and hatter and clergyman matter to be the new lover for me. To be the new lover for me.
So come, Angelina,
Oh, what a grace.
Matilda and Rowena.
Oh, for me. Oh, for me. So now,
Sorrow, Gina, tried by names of
like sentry,
Your factory is second, dateable, but we must say we agree. As we, these charges are mural and compliments plural, and factories final must simply delightful. Come, Angelina, Matilda, Rowena, you'll say so in woman, you'll say so in woman, you'll say so we. Pass to me.
How handsome these waxworks are, and yet how deaf they are to our words of praise. If only we could care about real men as we do these dreamy mannequins, but in comparison they seem so fleshy.
Yes, their wax complexions are so much more attractive than the stubble and acne of our usual suitors.
These waxworks are indeed fine, but not as fine as one who lives and breathes not 2 yards from my aching heart. I can only pray that he feels the same.
Come now, ladies. It's closing time. Go on. Off home with you. You've been here 7 hours already. That's an extra 6pence each.
Oh, Mr. Grice, you are the bucket of ice-cold water that drills our red-hot passion. Can we not stay 5 more minutes?
Charming though your pleas are, and, much as I'd love to satisfy your desires, well, I'm afraid my ear is deaf to your request. I can't have you pawing at the waxworks all night as well as all day. I never have time to touch up their paintwork. You should see the damage you do. Well, I'm not a charity, you know. I've got a business to run.
What is mere profit compared to the affairs of heart? Oh, Mr. Grice, you are so selfish and mean and miserly and...
Stop there! I can't take any more. People are always accusing me of being miserly. The problem is you simply don't understand me. Allow me to explain. Oh, why am I crabby and mean?
Confess.
And why am I often obscene?
Confess.
You think I'm a dirty has-been?
Oh, yes.
I tell you that that is a lie. Oh, why do I hoard all my cash?
Oh, why?
And why do I rake through the trash?
Oh, my.
And develop this horrible rash? I'll tell you the reasoning why. If you give me your attention, I will tell you what I am. Despite the way I'm acting, I am not a dreadful am. I'm a singular economist, ideas very prudent. I spend my cash as freely as an overdrafted student. I gather all my takings, keep them for a rainy day. But it never does quite rain enough, so pocketed they stay. Sufficient thrift and carefulness has always been my plan. Yet everybody says I am a miserly old man, and I can't think why. To spend with gay abandon I have always thought is rash, and I won't enjoy myself until I've made my stash of cash. On measures of economy, my feelings are emphatic. I cut up cake and quiche with a precision mathematic. I never give 2 sugar lumps when only 1 will do. Add 6 cups to the tea bag at the least before it's through. But despite my best attempts to spend the very least I can, I've got this reputation as a miserly old man, and I can't think why. I can't think why. There, now you know, be off with you. Go on, get. Oh, and don't forget to pay on your way out. Oh, I hate being around pretty young women. They make you come over all unnecessary. Especially that Angelina Angela, all by Swansea. Well, she's an attractive girl. Oh, but what chance have I got with someone like her? Oh, here's my accursedly handsome employee. I wonder if you could help. Young Mr. Bigglesworth. I wonder if I could have a quiet word with you, man to man.
Coincidentally, I was intending to consult him about a rise in my meagre wages, but being the proud and honest type of hero, I could never consider doing such a thing. Yes, my kind and good employer, in what capacity may I be of assistance?
Tell me, Edwin, old son, how comes you always seems to have some attractive young lady in tow?
I've been led to believe it's because of my exceptional looks, amiable, approachable, and easygoing personality, and general physical perfection. But I thought that was obvious.
Oh, yes. But, well, that's not quite what I meant. What I wanted to know was, well, how do you actually manage to, ask them out?
It's quite simple. I just stride up to them and announce in a deep, well-modulated tone.
Oh, but that's my problem. I can't approach girls. I'm shy, nervous, retiring. Oh, when I'm with attractive women, I just get flustered and become abusive.
So I've noticed.
What can I do? It's a terrible handicap. My boy, you may take it from me, that of all the afflictions accursed, with which a man saddled and hampered and addled, a diffident nature's the worst. Though as clever can be, my skills cannot be denied. But whatever I try, sir, I fail at, and why, sir?
I don't know.
Oh, how modesty personified.
If you wish in the world to advance, your merits you're bound to enhance. You must stir it and stamp it and blow your own trumpet, or trust me, you haven't a chance. Now take, for example, my case. I've a bright intellectual brain. In all London city there's no one so witty, I've thought so again and again. I've a highly intelligent face. My beauty cannot be denied. But whenever I try, I triumph, and why, sir?
Haven't a clue, old boy.
I'm confidence personified.
So if you wish in the world to advance, your merits you're bound to enhance. You must stir it and stamp it and blow your own trumpet, or trust me, you haven't a chance. If you wish in the world to advance, your merits you're bound to enhance. You must stir it and stamp it and blow your own trumpet, or trust me, you haven't a chance. Why, thank you, old chap. I'll remember that. Now, let me see. What are all my good points? There's a... Oh, what about... No.
Poor old Grimsby. Beneath that granite exterior beats a heart of stone. But soft, I see the beautiful Angelina Angelhark approaching. Perhaps now may be an opportune moment to proposition her.
Oh, I'm sure that I must have left my pocket handkerchief in the Waxworks. I distinctly recall using it earlier to cover my mouth when addressing a working class person in the Chamber of Horrors. And perhaps, dare I hope, I might just happen to meet that magnificent pagan beast of a floor sweeper. Oh, here he comes now. I'd better appear distracted, which I am.
Pretty, pretty maiden, pretty, tell me true. Hey, but I'm hopeful, willow, willow, waly. Have you had a lover a dangling after you? Hey, willow, waly, oh. I would fain discover if you have a lover. Hey, willow, waly, oh.
Gentle sir, my heart is frolicsome and free. Hey, but he's doleful, willow, willow, waly. Nobody I care for comes a-courting me. Hey, willow, waly, oh. Nobody I care for comes a-courting therefore. Hey, willow, waly, oh.
Pretty, pretty maiden, will you walk with me?
Hey, but he's hopeful, willow, willow, waly.
We could go to Brighton or Southend on the sea.
Hey, willow, waly, oh.
It would then be bliss, dear, if we were to dance, dear. Hey, willow, waly, oh.
To go out with you would very selfish be.
Hey, but I'm hopeful, willow, willow, waly.
Such considerations don't really bother me.
Hey, willow, waly, oh. Jealousy be rife, love, if I were thy friend's love. Hey, willow, waly, oh.
Oh, Miss Angelheart, I wish to remark. Oh, she's gone. Oh, but what's that? She's with my floor sweeper. And they're kissing. With their mouths open. Oh, curse that Edwin. He's taken the girl I love away from me. And I'm his employer. Has he no respect for class? Oh, still, I'll get even with him before the end of the show. See if I don't.
Grimsby, there you are. Stop soliloquising and look at the latest accounts. Profits are down 75%. If the takings don't improve, we'll have another share issue. I don't understand it. The place always seems to be full of those attractive young women draping themselves over the waxworks. Surely that must bring in a large income.
True, Gertrude, it should. But the problem is that they stay in all day and they only pay one admission fee. They've even started bringing packed lunches.
Why not limit the admission to 30 minutes? We could have colour-coded tickets. Every hour, call out a new colour.
No, it's too expensive to administrate. Anyway, I'm already charging them an extra penny an hour and they don't like it. Any more, we'll drive them away completely. And then where'd we be?
Oh, I suppose you're right. But of course, I have it. Perhaps if we loosened the clothing on some of the models.
My dear sister, what a disgusting idea. I'm ashamed of you. You don't mean to say that they've got fully moulded. Right on time. Gertrude, I believe I have the solution to our problems. A rather subtle and cunning plan. And it'll all work out with the help of the gentleman outside the door. Well, he was outside the door.
Good day to you, sir and madam. I believe I was expected.
This is the man I was speaking of.
So I gathered. But who Or rather, what the deuce is he?
Allow me to present myself. My card. My name is John Wellington Wells. I'm a dealer in magic and spells, in blessings and curses and ever-filled purses, in prophecies, witches and elves. If you want a proud foe to make tracks, if you'd melt a rich uncle in wax, you've but to look in on the resident gin number 70 Simmery X. We've a first-rate assortment of magic, and for raising a posthumous shade, with effects that are comic or tragic, there's no cheaper out in the trade. Love filtered with quantities of it, and for knowledge if anyone burns, we're keeping a very small profit, a profit who brings unbounded returns. For he can prophesy with a wink of his eye, peep a security into futurity, sum up your history, clear up a mystery, humour proclivity for a nativity, for a nativity. He has answers oracular, bowie spectacular, tetrapods tragical, mirrors so magical, facts astronomical, solemn or comical, and if you want it, he makes a reduction on taking a quantity. Oh! If anyone anything lacks, he'll find it already in stacks, if he'll only look in on the resident gin number 70 Simmery X. He could raise you hosts of ghosts, and that without reflectors, and creepy things with wings, and gaunt and grisly spectres. He can fill you crowds of shrouds, and horrify you vastly. He can rack your brains with chains, and gibberings grim and ghastly. Then if you plan it, he changes organity with an urbanity full of satanity, fetters humanity with an inanity fatal to vanity, driving your foes to the verge of insanity. Barring tautology, in demonology, lectobiology, mystic nosology, spilled philology, high-class astrology, such as his knowledge, he isn't the man to require an apology. Oh! My name is John Wellington Wells. I'm a dealer in magic and spells, in blessings and curses and ever-filled purses, in prophecies, witches and elves. And if anyone anything lacks, he'll find it already in stacks, if he'll only look in on the resident gin number 70 Simmery X.
What an eccentric person.
Mr. Wells, I am honoured by your presence. I have asked you here, in the strictest secrecy, to consult you about the performance of a rather select task. Have you seen our famous Waxworks?
Most certainly. They are remarkably fine fellows.
Remarkably fine fellows indeed, Mr. Wells, but they have a small snagette. They're too static, stationary, immobile. In short, a waste of space. If you could bring him to life, now then they'd be a lot more useful. That is, if your sorcerer's skills are capable of such a feat.
My dear sir, any employee of my company could perform the necessary rites over breakfast. Let me see, that would require a life-imbibed mannequin charm with a glyph of will binding. Yeah, nothing could be easier. It won't be cheap, mind.
Oh, exactly, Grimsby. We can barely afford to keep the Waxworks open as it is, let alone spend our hard-earned cash on this jiggery-pokery.
Madam, I am shocked by the suggestion. I have never poked a jigger in my life. But I'm willing to try.
Enough of your nonsense, Wells. It all sounds a bit suspect. Now, Gertrude, dear, we shan't be wasting money. Think of the enormous commercial possibilities of having an army of waxworks to control. Think of the robberies they could commit.
Oh, and how few fingerprints they'd leave. For once, brother, you are actually being intelligent. Let's get started at once. I can think of lots of people I'll be delighted to relieve of the burden of wealth.
Robberies? Look, Mr. Grice, I'm not sure I want to be connected with such an enterprise.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Wells. You'll be well paid for your trouble. We'll give you 30%.
20%.
20% of all we make.
Oh, well, if money's involved, how can I refuse? Let all your doubts take wing, my sorcery is great. To help you with this thing, I do not hesitate. I'll weave the spell and potion, make the spirits fell, will make you quake. So by your say the waxworks grim will all obey this evil whim.
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 It is, as we say, an evil whim, an evil whim.
Observe this dance, which I employ, when I by chance go mad with joy. What sentiment does this express? What sentiment does this express? Supreme content and happiness.
Of course it does, of course it does. Supreme content and happiness. Of course it does, of course it does. It's happiness. Your costly ache conferred, I need no longer pine. I'm but to say the word, and lo, an army's mine. I do not choose to live in debt or wish to use my savings yet. This step I take, so magic may the waxworks wake and steal away.
And steal away.
And steal away.
And steal away.
And steal away. The waxworks then will steal away, will steal away.
This step I use, combined with mine, whene'er I choose to help a crime. What it implies, now try to guess. What it implies, now try to guess. It typifies my greediness.
Of course it does, of course it does. It typifies its greediness. Of course it does, of course it does. It's greediness.
I am glad to find a young man who already has the correct moral outlook on life. Money first, humanity second. That's my motto.
Yeah, nothing like a good Tory, is there?
Excellent, Wells. I see you're a man after my own heart. Well, let's get started. I want the spell finished by nightfall. Here's my future army of evildoers.
Oh, pardon my word, they are an handsome crowd. Let me see. I have all the necessary ingredients with me. I feel I must warn you, madam. Strange, unearthly things are about to occur. I hope you are not easily frightened.
My dear sir, when you have lived with my brother for 40 years, you are hardened to anything.
Very well then, we shall proceed at once to the incantation. Sprites of earth and air, fiends of flame and fire, demon souls come here in shoals, this dreadful deed inspire. Up here, up here, up here. Noisome hags of night, imps of deadly shade, pallid ghosts arise in hosts and lend me all your aid. Up here, up here, up here. Now Now shrivelled hags with poison bags, discharge your loathsome loads. Spit flame and fire, unholy choir, belch forth your venom toads. Ye demons fell with yelp and yell, spread curses far afield. Ye fiends of night, your filthy blight, in a noisome plenty yield. Number 1.
It is done.
Number 2.
What of you?
Number 3.
Set us free, set us free. Our work is done. Up, 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 up.
As Grimsby and Gertrude look on in amazement, the Waxworks slowly come to life.
Magnificent, my dear Wells. Quite magnificent.
Amazing. They look almost alive.
Be gentle with them. They've only just woken up and they'll be a bit irritable.
Oh, never mind that. I want to get started at once. How do I command you, Wells?
Just state your request clearly and slowly. And keep it simple. They're not very bright.
We're not.
Good. Right then. Your first job is to burgle the enormously rich Angel Art Manor. Break in, get the silverware, smash the place up a bit. You know the sort of thing.
Where's Angel Heart Manor?
What's a burgle?
What does silverware?
Point taken, Mr. Wells. Look, this won't work, Grimsby. You better go with them. They're totally naive. Remember, they haven't left the Waxworks since they were cast.
Right you are, sister. Waxworks! By my command, Chest down, stomach in, shoulders back, chin up, about turn! Quick march! Oh, never mind that, we can do square bashing later.
Several hours pass, and we rejoin Grimsby and Gertrude Wells as morning breaks.
They should be due back any minute. I do hope they haven't damaged themselves. Good waxworks are so expensive these days. I must admit that I am impressed, Mr. Wells. Your magical powers have overcome my monetary doubts. The spell appears to be a complete success.
Of course, I'm a professional, ain't I? Still, I have grave misgivings about this. My conscience is bothering me.
Think of the money. Think of what you'll be able to get with it.
Can't buy me love.
Well, how did you get on?
Pretty well, really. We got a fair old haul.
Let's see if our crime has made the morning paper yet.
It was a roaring success, really.
Oh, no! Look at this! A strong announcement in the paper. That damn Edwin is marrying Angelina this very morning. Oh, by the gods, I swear, you'll not get away with this. Right then, come along with me. We have dark and evil deeds to discuss. Wills, you better come along too.
Oh, but Mr. Christ, I don't really want to be involved.
Or you don't get your share.
Ah, well, business is business.
The scene changes, and we find ourselves outside a church in central London later the same day.
Angie, this is too much happiness, that you should agree to marry me but 12 hours after our first date. Of course, I understand your haste. Am I not the most handsome man in the locality?
Yes, I'm sure that must be the reason. Little does he realise that after the burglary of my parents' house last night, my family is penniless. Consequently, if I don't marry today, I'll be left on the shelf permanently. Darling, let's not delay any longer. I want to marry right away.
Of course, dearest. But where can we find a man of the cloth to tie our eternal knot?
Edwin, I think that the gentleman over there is one of that description.
A good day to you. I can tell by obvious affection and even more obvious haste that you are a young couple passionately in love and desperate to marry forthwith.
You are very astute, sir. But who may you be?
I am the Reverend Osborne Road, Doctor of Divinity and specialist in shotgun weddings.
Then marry us without delay.
Certainly, my son. I see we have sufficient witnesses here. Perhaps you will permit my old professor of theology, who is visiting me, to be best man. Dean Street. Will you do the honours?
By all means.
Excellent. Now, if you could give Dean Street the ring.
Oh, the ring! I had quite forgotten about that. My love, I must leave you for the briefest delay possible. I must sally forth to attain that band of gold to seal our covenant of joy. Wait here, everyone. I shall return presently.
Farewell, darling. Hurry back.
Ah, me. It is hard being a single man, constantly engaged in the process of producing married ones. And the problem is compounded by the fact that I am such a susceptible clergyman. Oh, stop it, stop it. It is simply torture. The time for such pleasures has long passed. But once, I had beautiful maidens queuing up to win my affections.
Oh, do tell us about it, handsome vicar.
Very well, but it is far too affecting a tale to tell in mere prose. Music, maestros, please. Time was when love and I were well acquainted. Time was when we walked ever hand in hand. A saintly youth with worldly thought untainted, none better loved than I in all the land. Time was when maidens of the noblest station, forsaking even a military man, would gaze upon me wrapped in adoration. Ah me, ah me, I was a fair young curate then. Had I a headache, sighed the maids assembled. Had I a cold, welled forth the silent tear. Did I look pale, then half our parish trembled, and when I coughed, oh, thought the end was near. I had no care, no jealous doubts hung o'er me, for I was loved beyond all other men. Fled gilded jukes and belted as before me. Ah me, ah me, I was a pale young curate then. A pale young curate, a pale young curate. Ah me, I was a pale young curate then.
Angelina, I have found a ring.
Oh, Edwin, let me see it. It's not quite what I expected. It looks a little, well, cheap.
I don't know. It has a certain robust Spartan charm about it.
Never mind, it will do. Well, what are we waiting for? Let the wedding commence.
Won't it be a pretty wedding?
Won't it be a pretty wedding? Will not Angie look delightful? Smiles and tears, plenty shedding, reaching bright each roses bright.
Horses
One could say it's one with spiteful contradiction, digital dreading, bouquet is simply frightful. Still will be a pretty wedding, such a pretty wedding, such a pretty wedding, such a pretty wedding, such a charming wedding.
If her dress is badly fitting, there's the fault who made the trousseau.
If her gloves are always fitting, chipky gloves, you know, will do so.
If upon her train she stumbled on one's train, one's always treading.
If her hair is rolled and tumbled, it will be a pretty wedding.
Such a very, very pretty wedding.
Such a very, very pretty wedding. Won't it be a pretty wedding? Won't it be a pretty wedding? Such a pretty wedding. Such a pretty wedding. Such a charming wedding. Here they come, the couple plighted. A nice journey gaily start them. Man and maid forever united. Till divorce or death to part them. Man and maid forever united. Till divorce or death shall part them. Here they come, the couple plighted.
Pretty Angie, fair and tasty, tell me now and tell me truly, haven't you been rather hasty? Haven't you been rash and Julie? Am I quite the dashing sposo? If your fancy could depict you, perhaps you think me only so. Well, I will not contradict you.
We will not contradict you.
Who am I to raise objection? I'm a child untaught and homely. When you tell me your perfection, tender, truthful, true and comely, that in quarrel no one's bolder, though dissensions always grieve you. Why, my love, you're so much older that of course I must believe you.
Yes, of course, she must believe you. If she ever acts unkindly, shut your eyes and love him blindly. Should he call you names uncomely, shut your mouth and love him dumbly. Should he rage you rightly, leftly, shut your ears and love him deafly. Ha ha ha! Thus and thus alone, Edwin's wife may hold her own. Thus and thus alone, Edwin's wife may hold her own.
Waxworks burst in, armed with swords and cudgels.
Walls and fences scaling promptly we appear. Walls unafraid we have entered here. Female execration stifle if you're wise. Stop your lamentation, dry your pretty eyes. So stop your lamentation, dry your pretty, pretty eyes.
To stop you, read a marriage ban and take her hence to wed another man. We will make her dwell in a dungeon cell, growing thin and wizen in a solitary prison. Though it's cold and bare, she will not leave there until she agrees to marry our commander without tarry. Yes, till she agrees to marry our commander without tarry. She may scream and shout, but we'll never let her out. She will never leave that room.
She'll scream and shout, but we'll never let her out. Scream and shout, but we'll never let her out. She'll scream, she'll be shouting, she'll be pleading, she'll be pouting, but she'll never leave that room. She will never, never, never leave that room.
When your Angie's pride has at length complied with the marital condition of our eminent petition, she will sign her deed and proceed at speed to the vicar quickly treading for a pretty little wedding, to the vicar quickly treading for a pretty little wedding. But should she say nay, she will pass without delay from the altar to the tomb.
Should she say nay, she will die without delay. She say nay, she will die without delay. If she wishes she's right, she will find that she's fine to the deep and darkest tomb, to the tomb, to the tomb. Until that time they'll lock the gate and rescue do not contemplate. Should he her wishes disobey, her life the penalty will pay. Until that time they'll lock the gate and rescue do not contemplate. Should he her wishes disobey, her life the penalty will pay. Should he her wishes disobey, the penalty her life will pay.
As the Waxworks carry Angelina away to marry Grimsby, Act 1 of Wicked Waxworks comes to a close. While the patrons here in Gosforth go for light refreshments, listeners at home will have the opportunity to enjoy again the latest episode of our hit comedy show, Hamish McTavish and the Hungry Haggis, when Arthur Askey will once again be asking us to guess what's he got in his sporran. Our audience at home to Newcastle upon Tyne for the second act of tonight's play, From the Provinces. The cast have taken their seats and conductor Mr. Jonathan Wood returns to the podium. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy Act 2 of Wicked Waxworks.
Well, what a terrible situation. Grimsby Grice has activated his waxworks and commanded them to burgle the enormously wealthy Angel Art residence. Not content with that, he has also ordered them to snatch away Angelina just as she was about to marry Edwin, desiring her for himself. No wonder half the audience fell asleep, and I'm having to explain the plot to them again. But soft, my evil employers approach. Back to the acting.
Oh, Wells, everything is going splendidly. We're filthy rich, and I've got Angelina in my clutches. However, she does not love me. Well, she somehow manages to be able to resist my considerable charms. I've tried everything. The red gas mantle, a really smoochy wax cylinder, but to no avail. I don't suppose you could make her love me using your cunning sorcery, could you, Wells?
Well, but of course, surely you've heard of our patent oxyhydrogen love at first sight filter. It'll suit the purpose admirably.
Excellent. I'll give her a good dose right away.
It takes some time to prepare. I'll start the rites presently. Now, more importantly, will you be paying by cash or cheque?
After all we've given you, you still want more?
Well, business is business, madam.
And a very lucrative business, too. This is what comes of having such a high demand with such a low supply of sorcerers.
You are...
No wonder you charge the earth.
Well, you're quite wrong, madam. There are many more wizards walking the streets than you might believe, if you can identify them.
Nah. How exactly do you identify them?
You expect me to reveal the secret sign, passed down from father to son ever since it was revealed by the great wizard Merlin in the darkest of dark ages? For nothing?
I thought it would come to this. How much?
Normally £2. You, 5 guineas.
Do you want to be thumped?
Sixpence?
That's more like it. Here you are. Now get on with it.
Very good. But listen well, or you'll suffer hideous harm from nasty, horrible, smelly little goblins with big pointy ears and teeth.
Get on with it!
By the mystic regulation of our dark association, where you open conversation when another wizard begs, you must lift one of your legs.
You must lift one of your legs, one of your legs.
If in turn he lifts another, that's a sign that he's a brother. You may truly trust the other, so then to your magic peer, put your finger in your ear.
Put your finger in your ear, in your ear.
If he's in the sorcerer's line, you must do the final sign. Your intentions you define when you shout aloud with glee, I am the letter P.
I am the letter P, the letter P.
But when all this you've been doing to all strangers that you're viewing, you will find some of them suing when you do the secret sign, so its use is in decline.
Well, if that's the secret sign,
We see why it's in decline.
we see why
But-
it's in decline,
but-
it's in decline.
But
By the mystic regulation of our dark association, there you open conversation when another speaks to thee. You must be the letter P. You must be the letter P. The letter P.
the letter P.
The letter P.
The letter P. The letter P.
What a lot of nonsense. That's not even worth sixpence.
It's not my fault. I didn't think of it. You don't have to keep doing it in public. I'll keep getting beaten up.
I think I can hear the Waxworks approaching. Good. I have some new orders for them. Gertrude, dear, would you go and get Angelina so Mr. Wells can give her the love filter? I've locked her up in the dark with the rats and the spiders.
What, in your bedroom or the cellar?
In the cellar!
You're more merciful than I thought.
Yeah, here's your army, Mr. Grice. They do seem in a boisterous mood.
With cat-like tread So stealthily the burglar creeps while all the household soundly sleeps. Come, friends, as villains we plunder from the nation, sing in syncopation. Let's use our sorcery for a little burglary. Come, friends, as villains we plunder from the nation, sing in syncopation. Let's use our sorcery for a little burglary. Is your crowbar and your stocking mask decoy for the dogs? That will be your task. Your rubber gloves, your flashlight seize. Take your stand, this hope your scary tonic keys. Without the dread, inside a thread, with cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal. In silence dread, our cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's foot forward we distinctly heard. Come, friends, as villains we plunder from the nation, sing in syncopation. Let's use our sorcery for a little burglary. We cut our tread, upon our prey we steal. In silence dread, our cautious way we feel.
Y'all get off or I'll turn you all into crayons.
Oh, I'm glad that you're here, then, as I've had a brilliant idea for a new crime. Tonight, we're going to steal London Bridge and sell it to the Americans. Oh, come along, I'll explain it to you. Wells, get that potion made or you won't get your cut.
All right, I'll do it now. Have you got a teapot?
So you're the little lady we've risked so much for. Strange. Grimsby said you were beautiful. Why, underneath all that makeup, you're as plain as I am.
Your words cannot hurt me, you twisted old crow.
How dare you insult me, you little minx? You forget that with an order from me, a whole army of waxworks will come forth and crush you as easily as this. Pop!
Ha! You wouldn't dare. You live too much in the shadow of your brother. If you destroyed me, your own death would swiftly follow. I've struck a chord. Personally, I don't know why you put up with it. You're much more clever than he is. You're a born leader. If you were in charge, just think how much richer you'd be.
Your words have a certain ring of truth to them, Miss Angel Heart. I am indeed much more intelligent than Grimsby, but he's far stronger than I am. He'd never relinquish command.
Is that what you think? Well, I think that your brother is just a great big bully. And every bully is a coward at heart. You must simply stand up to him. Now wouldn't you like 2 rulers and triumph for adversity?
I must agree 'twould pleasant be, sing hey a proper pride.
And wouldn't you like to give a boost to malice and perversity?
Without a doubt I'd trundle 'em out, sing hey when I preside.
Sing hey,
sing hoity-toity, sorry for some, sing merry Garlock, and my day will come.
sing hey, sing hoity-toity, sorry for some, sing Mary come up and her day will come, sing he shall learn that a world may turn, sing happy-go-lucky, my lady go.
The scene changes to a square in London as the ladies gather in a combative mood. Thus our courage all untarnished we're instructed to display, but to tell the truth unvarnished we are more inclined to say, please you do not hurt us.
Do not hurt us, if it please you.
Please you let us be.
Let us be, let us be.
Fighting disconcerts us.
Disconcerts us, if it please you.
Frightened maids are we.
Maids are we, maids are we.
Please you,
Do not hurt us,
please you.
let us be.
Frightened maids are we. Frightened maids are we. But 'twould be an error to confess our terror. So in Angie's name, boldly we'll exclaim, death to the abductors, strike a deadly blow. We'll be the destructors of affairs and foe. Oh, Edwin, thank goodness you're here. What are we to do? Poor Angelina, carried off by those horrible men. What shall we do? What shall we do?
I suppose you've called the police.
The police? Oh, of course. Oh, Edwin, you're so wise, so sensible, so clever, and so dishy. Quick, someone call a policeman.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then?
Gosh, so fast, so efficient. Thank goodness for Neighbourhood Watch.
Evening all. I'm Inspector Bouncer, and these are my constables. How may we be of assistance, my charming damsels in distress?
Oh, Inspector Bouncer, these terrifying villains have carried off our friend Angelina, and so Edwin can't marry her. And you know it's...
Yes, I know all that. I heard the introduction. Now, can you give me a description of these villains?
Sir, a thought strikes me. When you stand like that, You look uncannily like the vicar who was to have married Angelina and myself.
Ah, yes, my father.
Oh dear, you must have been a great disappointment to him.
Oh, what shall we do, kind, and considering you're a policeman, quite attractive, Inspector Bouncer.
Yes, what?
Ladies, you must stay calm in times of danger. Keep your head while all around them lose theirs. That's the first thing they teach you in the army.
Oh, you were in the army? Do tell us about it, please.
Oh, yes!
Oh, no!
Oh, yes. I had a glorious career in the army. You know, I was in the cavalry. We were mounted on chargers, I recall. Yes, in those merry days. Yes, in those brilliant days. We gathered our laurels and rode on our pace. We gathered our laurels and rode on our pace. I mounted a horse in Her Majesty's force as one of the yeomen to meet with the foeman, for then an invasion threatened the nation. And every man in the rear of the van found an occasion, and every man in the rear of the van found an occasion to sing. Rataplan, 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 plan, 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 rataplan, plan, plan, rataplan, rataplan. We sounded the trumpet, we beat the drum, but somehow the enemy didn't come. So I gave up my horse in Her Majesty's force, for there wasn't a foeman to meet with the yeoman, and so no invasion threatened the nation. There wasn't a man in the rear of the van found an occasion. There wasn't a man in the rear of the van found an occasion to sing. Rataplan, 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 plan, 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 rataplan, plan, plan, rataplan, rataplan.
This reminiscing is all very fine, but it won't find my darling Angie. What are you actually going to do?
Do? We'll catch these villains, of course. No matter what the odds, a British bobby fears nothing. Come along, you Edwin. You're a strapping type of lad. You can help in the noble cause of crime fighting with us. We'll stamp on these upstarts and put them behind bars where they belong. When we've got proper reinforcements, that is. That's the first thing they teach you in the army.
Inspector Bouncer, you don't mean to say that you're afraid of a small army of psychopaths, are you?
Afraid? A policeman is never afraid.
What, never?
No, never.
What, never?
Well, hardly ever. When the foeman bears his steel,
Tarantara, tarantara,
we comfortable feel,
tarantara,
and we find the wisest thing
tarantara, tarantara,
is to slap our chests and sing.
tarantara,
For when threatened with the mutes,
tarantara, tarantara,
and your heart is in your boots,
tarantara,
there is nothing brings it round like a trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound.
tarantara, tarantara,
Tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara, tarantara.
Go, ye heroes, go to glory, though ye die in combat glory, ye shall live in song and story. Go to immortality, go to death and go to slaughter. Die and every well-bred daughter with her tears your grave shall water. Go, ye heroes, go and die. Go and die. Go, ye heroes, go and die.
Though to us it's evident,
tarantara, tarantara,
these attentions are well meant.
tarantara,
Such expressions don't appear,
tarantara, tarantara,
calculated meant to cheer,
tarantara,
who are going to meet their fate in a highly nervous state.
tarantara, tarantara, tarantara,
Still to us it's evident, these attentions are well meant.
tarantara, tarantara, tarantara.
Go and do your best endeavor, and before links we sever, we will say farewell forever. Go to glory and the grave. Go to glory and the grave. For your foes are fierce and ruthless, false and merciful, and truthless, young and tender, old and toothless, all in vain and mercy crave.
We observe to greater stress on the risks that on us press, and of reference alack to our chance of coming back. Still, perhaps it would be wise not to carp or criticize, for it's very evident these attentions are well meant. Yes, it's very evident.
These attentions are well meant.
Evident.
Yes, well meant.
Evident. Ah, yes, well meant. When the foeman has his heel, tarantara, tarantara, comfortable feel, tarantara, and we find the wisest thing, tarantara, tarantara, slap our chests and sing, tarantara, for when threatened with the news, tarantara, tarantara, and your heart is in your boots, tarantara, there is nothing brings us round like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound. Tarantara, tarantara, yes, yes, we go.
These villains slay.
Tarantara.
Then do not stay.
Tarantara.
Then why this delay?
All right, we go. Yes, forward on the foe. Yes, forward on the foe.
Yes, but you don't go.
We go, we go. Yes, forward on the foe. Yes, forward on the foe.
Damn me, you don't go.
We go, we go.
Unless
We
they
go,
go,
we
unless they
go,
go,
we go,
unless
we
they
go, we
really,
go, we
really
go.
We return to Grice's Waxworks and discover the imprisoned Angelina lamenting her fate.
This is perfectly frightful. I've been kidnapped from my wedding, locked in a simply horribly damp cellar, and now I'm going to fall in love with that repulsive Grimsby. He's so terribly common. Gertrude's plan must have failed, and I don't see any sign of my so-called fiancé. He's probably found out about my family's poverty and run off with Myrtle or Rowena or somebody. And now that Daddy's so poor, I'll never be rescued. I'm going to become working class.
Angelina, 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 Angelina.
That voice. Can it be Edwin? No, that would be too much to hope for. It is. Oh, Edwin, darling, what a relief to see you again. My saviour.
Here, let me untie you. Angie, my love. I knew I'd find you here. I felt sure I'd seen some of those kidnappers before. Surely they are the Waxworks that used to stay in this very room.
The same. You see, the Grices have got a horrid little wizard to bring their waxworks to life. And if we don't flee, they're going to give me an awful love potion so that I'll marry Grimsby.
Come, my love, you are safe in my arms. Let us go far from here and live a simple and rustic existence in a place beyond the reach of civilization. Sunderland.
Oh, goody! We'd better get out that way. Too late! The evil sorcerer is coming. Quick, hide, or he'll turn you into a newt or something equally yucky as quick as blinking.
Oh, Angelina, I've made the love filter. What flavouring do you want added? I got vanilla, raspberry, butter pecan, cheese and onion, hedgehog and terrapin.
Ha! Stick 'em up!
Oh, yes. I'll give up. I'll give up. Just don't shoot me.
Very well. I want you to help Angelina and me to escape and to stop the Grices committing any more crimes with the Waxworks.
I'll do it.
Good. Now turn around slowly and don't forget that I retain the gun in my pocket.
You know, you don't really need firearms to convert me to your cause. I feel absolutely wretched about it. I've hardly slept a wink since the whole thing began. I'm so racked with guilt and conscience. I always awaken with a bad back and a headache and indigestion and nausea. I must admit, it does look rather like a hangover. But it is conscience. Oh, if only I'd had an elder brother who could have provided me with a firm moral background as a youth. I did have a brother once, but he ran away shortly after I was born. I was not an attractive child.
You are not an attractive man.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, I've always felt the loss of his support. I'm sure he would have kept me out of this sort of thing. Yes, I yield. Your wish is my command.
Excellent fellow. Go at once to your evil employers and inform them that you'll no longer prostitute your powers in the pursuit of their perilous purposes.
But I can't do that. They'll order the Waxworks to kill me.
But can't you deactivate them? After all, you brought them to life in the first place.
Oh, true. I had quite forgotten that. Very well. My mind is resolved.
Your eyes at last are open to your awful situation. You must go at once to Grimsby Grice and make him a narration. You must tell him you've recovered your forgotten moral senses and you don't get tuppence halfpenny for any consequences. Now you may not wish to perish by the sword or by the dagger, but a martyr may indulge a little pardonable swagger, and a word or two of compliment your vanity would flatter, but I guess he'll probably kill you, so it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter.
If I were not a bit petite and generally girly, I would give you my opinion on the subject hurly-burly. I could show you in a moment how to grapple with the question, and you'd really be astonished at the force of my suggestion. On the subject I shall write you a most valuable letter full of excellent suggestions when you lose me from my fetter. But at present I'm afraid that I am too afraid to nutter, so I'll keep them to myself, and my opinion doesn't matter.
Her opinion doesn't matter.
Her opinion doesn't matter.
Her opinion doesn't matter.
Her opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter.
Her opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter.
If I was so lucky as to have a steady brother who could talk to me as we are talking now to one another, who could give me good advice when he discovered I was erring, which is just the very favour on which you I am conferring. My existence might have made a rather pretty little idyll, and I might have lived or died a very decent indie whittle. This particularly rapid, unintelligible patter isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter.
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 This particularly rapid, unintelligible patter isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter. This particularly rapid, unintelligible patter isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter.
Aha! Edwin! You were foolish to return. At last, you are both in my clutches. Seize them, men! Now, what revolting death shall I inflict on you? You infuriating little goody-goody!
No, wait, stay or off. I have another destiny planned. Angelina, you were quite right. I shall assert my authority. Brother dear, don't kill Edwin. I rather like him, despite his unattractive moral streak. Mr. Wells, would that love potion you've prepared extend to 2 doses?
Oh yes, there's plenty.
Good. Well, give Edwin some too. I want him to fall madly, passionately and irreversibly in love with my unique features.
Never! Oh, fiendish hag! My heart is forever another's.
Just wait. You'll soon be singing a different tune, darling.
Hold him still. Wells, give me the potion.
No, Mr. Wells. What about our agreement?
Sorry, love. Business is business.
Why, you double-crossing, double-dealing...
Right, make sure that you separate them. Don't forget that when they awaken from their magical slumber, they'll fall in love with the first person of the opposite sex that they see. Providing, of course, that they're not married.
Oh, excellent, Mr. Wells, excellent. Well, Gertrude, looks like our days on the shelf will soon be at an end, by fair means or foul. What do you say to a double wedding?
I say that it sounds perfect. Come on, let's discuss the arrangements over a nice strong cup of tea.
With biscuits?
Why not? We're celebrating.
Oh, now where's that tea bag I had at Christmas?
Well, ladies, all evidence seems to point to these Waxworks as being the home of these villains.
What a pity Edwin wandered off and won't be able to share in their glory.
But tell us, Inspector Bouncer, how do you know that they're here?
Elementary, my dear Rowena. I just looked ahead in the script. Look out, lads. Here they come. Prepare yourself for battle. I'll just go and check that the entrance is secure. That's the first thing they teach you in the army. Oh well, here goes. When anger spreads his wing and all seems dark as night for it, there's nothing but to fight for it. But ere you pitch your ring, select a pretty sight for it. This sport is suited quite for it. And then you gaily sing, and then you gaily sing. Oh, and love the jolly rattle of an audio battle. There's an end of tittle-tattle when your enemy is dead. It's an animalic cockle, piece of cracker on his nose, and he's only fit to swaddle in a downy feather bed. Oh, I love the jolly rattle of audio battle. End of tittle-tattle when your enemy is dead. It's an animalic cockle, piece of cracker on his nose, and he's only fit to swaddle in a downy feather bed. For a fight, the kind of thing that I love to look upon, and let us sing for Queen and King. Until the battle's won. Right, lads, lighters on. Lighters off. There you go, ladies. No problem. Remember, the one thing that terrifies a waxwork is fire. That's the first thing they teach you in the army. All right, sunshine, the game's up. You're nicked.
It wasn't me. Oh, help.
I'm the letter P.
My long-lost brother.
Little Johnny. What are you doing here? Don't tell me you're mixed up in all this. I might have guessed that you'd come to no good when I left you.
Oh, but I haven't, brother. I was forced to do it. Now, take your constables away from the waxworks. They're not really bad, just innocents corrupted by their evil masters.
Very well. That sounds fair enough. All right, men, set them loose. They're all free to go. Now, John, where are the miscreants behind all this? They're not dangerous, are they?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about them. I laced their tea with a good dose of patent jail quick tell-it-all repentance potion. I think you'll find the results rather interesting.
Well, we'll soon see. Here they come now.
I once was a very abandoned person.
Making the most of evil chances.
Nobody could ever conceive a worsen.
Even in all the old romances.
I blush for my wild extravagances. But be so kind to bear in mind,
We were the victims of circumstances. That is one of our blameless dances. I was once an extremely odd old lady.
suffering much from spleen and vapours.
Clergyman thought my conduct shady.
He didn't spend much on linen drapers.
It certainly entertained the gapers. My ways were strange beyond all range.
Paragraphs got into all the papers. We only had respectable capers. I've given up all of my wild proceedings.
My taste for an evil life is waning.
The call to confess is the one we're reading.
Our will to do wrong is rapidly draining.
Oh, soon the handcuffs they'll be chaining. And then we'll dwell in a dungeon cell. The thought of our dismal past is paining. Day will be dull, but we're not complaining.
Well, it looks like everything has been wrapped up. Now, if you'll excuse me, well, I have urgent business to attend to.
Stop, Mr. Wells, stop. Where are Edwin and Angelina?
Oh, look, everybody. Here's Edwin. He's fast asleep, the little darling. Come, wake up, sleepyhead.
What's happening? Where am I? Oh, Myrtle, have I been blind all my life? Have I been mad? Why have I not noticed that it is you, not Angelina, that I love? I worship you madly. Will you marry me?
Oh, Edwin, after all this time, of course I'll marry you, my love.
Mr. Wells, what are you going to do about these poor, handsome waxworks? You're not going to freeze them again, are you?
Oh, no, they can stay alive. They've become far too human ever to be mannequins again. Do what you will with them. Marry them if you wish, but keep a firm hand upon them. They tend to be a bit wayward.
Oh, and a word of advice. Don't keep an open fire.
Oh, Myrtle, I'm so happy. I just hope that Angelina understands my change of heart. Angelina, of course, I had forgotten. She's still sleeping. Angelina, wake up.
Oh dear, I'm afraid I must have fainted. Oh, Edwin, darling, you saved me again. Now I realise how much I must have loved you all along. Come, money or not, let's get married at once.
My dear Angelina, delighted as I am to see you, and although I would be the first to admit you are the sweetest, prettiest, and most vivacious young lady in London, alas, we cannot wed. You see, I've just fallen in love with Myrtle, and we're going to marry as soon as we can.
Oh, Edwin, you are so cruel, heartless, and unfeeling. I shan't be cast off like this. I am no helpless woman. I'm going to see my solicitor at once. I'm going to sue you for breach of promise. Edwin, prepare yourself to undergo trial by jury.
Young Edwin is the kind of lad we do not care a figure, but we cannot say what evils may result in consequence. But legal vengeance will pursue all kinds of common people who let house poo-poo to those they woo and wed in future tense. But we must not is free from rain, and our waxworks we will clean. In marriage true, so why don't you is try and do the same? Oh, ring ye forth ye marriage bells, our joyous thanks to Mr. Wells. He made us live, and so we give. All praises to his name, all praises to his name. So ring ye forth ye marriage bells, our joyous thanks to Mr. Wells. For Edwin is the kind of lad we do not care a figure, but we cannot say what evils may result in consequence. Our noble star you shall not quench with base canine. What word is French? Our shine set before the gang of gorgeous depths. That's English slang. To fill with joy and madness of the oi polloi. Some English slang, one Greek remark, and one that's French. Your noble star we shall not quench with base canine. That word is French. Our shine set before a gang of gorgeous depths. That's English slang. To fill with joy and madness of the oi polloi. A Greek remark. English and one Greek remark and one that's French. But Edwin is the kind of lad we do not care a figure, but we cannot say what evils may result in consequence. But legal vengeance will pursue all kinds of common people who their vows poo-poo to those they woo and wed in future tense. We will not wait away, we fly our joyous fate, we won't defy. We will not wait away, we fly our joyous fate, we won't defy. We will not wait away, we fly our joyous fate, we won't defy. We will not wait away, we fly our joyous fate, we won't defy, we won't defy. We won't defy, we won't defy.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, our show reaches its dramatic conclusion, to be continued in Gilbert and Sullivan's Trial by Jury. In tonight's performance, John Wellington Wells was played by Fraser Charlton. Grimsby Bryce by Andrew Watson. Gertrude Bryce by Esther Cohen-Tovey. Edwin Bigglesworth by Ben Gardner. Angelina Angelhart by Francesca Peters. Myrtle Murgatroyd by Julie Gardner. Rowena Rosebud by Brenda Wallace. Osborne Road and Inspector Bouncer by Michael Gardner. And Waxworks 1 by Paul Leach. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Join me again next week when you can hear So Much Blood, a musical comedy based on Macbeth, performed by the Leamington Spa Glee Club. To the audience here in Gosforth and those listening at home, this is Wilberforce Chambers, wishing you a very good evening. Cheerio.